Hey, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakwadash. Hey, it's your brother Elder Bishop Thun back at you with another video. This is going to be a quick impromptu video. Yeah, and what I want to talk about is examining yourselves. Yeah, I'm just watching Sakari. I guess it's Houston, Sakari Space City. Yep, so I guess they call Houston Space City, or maybe it's a section in Houston called Space City. And I don't know, popped up on my feed. And these brothers at Sakari, they downtown. Looks like late night. I guess it's downtown. There's hoes walking around, clubs and stuff like that. And a couple of so-called black women step into them. And this brother was going in, you know. I don't usually watch any Sakari camps, but Spirit said just watch this one, you know. From the thumbnail, seen a couple hoes in the thumbnail, so I said let me watch this, see what it's about. But the brother got busy, you know what I'm saying. His brother got busy. He went into the scriptures. It was a good camp, you know what I'm saying. But circle back around to that maybe. So this is what I want to bring up, and this video is more like exhortation, you know. And in case you don't know what exhortation means, it's right here. Exhortation, the act or process of exhorting, a speech or written passage intended to persuade, inspire, or encourage. And we encourage brothers to stay in the faith, you know, to keep their hand on the plow, to fight and all that, and the sisters as well, to keep the faith, you know, because we're not about leaving the sisters out, but the Lord said the flock of his pasture are men, you know. The flock of the Lord's pasture are men. And the government of the kingdom of Israel, the government are men. So the ruling body of the kingdom of Israel are men. So, you know, we building up the men, and the women, you just gotta fall in line behind the man. And if you ain't got one, the Most High will send you one when the time is right. So for you men out there, the word of the week is examine. What does examine mean? Inspect someone or something thoroughly in order to determine their nature or condition. And one thing we do, this is why we have camp leaders, camp heads, you got bishops, you got apostles, different ranks, and you know, situations, issues, they go up the ranks. Sometimes they might get to a bishop, sometimes they might get to an apostle, but really the issues that you brothers have in your camps or amongst yourselves, it shouldn't go that far. Matter of fact, it shouldn't step out of whatever 2-3 brothers have the issue. It shouldn't escalate beyond that. You know, it should be squashed that very night, as brothers. You know, in the world they will say as gentlemen, so to speak. But you squash it as brothers. Excuse me. I'm sipping a juice. It's pineapple, cayenne pepper. So fresh squeeze, pineapple, cayenne pepper, ginger, and apple. So I drink this before when I'm winding down. You know, when I plan on going to sleep in about an hour, I'll take this. I'll take something called ZMA with it, which is zinc, magnesium, vitamin B12, and it helps calm your body down and helps you sleep better, deeper. You know, be more relaxed. But anyway, back to the lesson. And basically, this lesson, all I want to say to you brothers out there is Slacky. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let me turn down just a tad bit. I want to say, man, that you brothers, yo, in these times we're in right now, 2024, all the shit that's happening and the stuff that's coming up, I believe after the eclipse is going to be some things are going to ramp up quickly, and that's when Operation Warp Speed is really going to be seen. Like, it's going to be really out here in these streets. Operation Warp Speed. You got the immigrants. So a lot of the migrants we found out are felons and people from Venezuela that they let out of the jail. And also we're finding out that they're going to let out a lot of those Haitians out of Haiti. They're going to let them come here to the Americas. So these streets are about to be flooded with migrants who have no jobs, nowhere to live. And they're going to make themselves at home here. And this means that if they can't get food, they can't get any food, they can't get PUSSY, they're going to have to do what they got to do, if you know what I mean. So things are about to get real crazy out here. And who knows what they may do on April 8th. They'll open up the CERN, which is a particle collider, to open up different portals. And in the spirit, I said they might try to fake an alien invasion. They might. Because according to some sources, the day that the eclipse on April 8th, that day is the same day that Aleister Crowley summoned a demon called Iwas. And Iwas is what gave him the inspiration, which is a demon on the left-hand side that works for the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But that demon is a demon that possessed, inspired Aleister Crowley to write the Thelma, if I pronounced it correctly, and to come up with that philosophy, do as thou wilt, which is the same philosophy that the serpent brought to Eve. Is that do as thou wilt philosophy. Also, Ron L. Hubbard, that same demon came to him. Ron L. Hubbard, and I think he went with this woman at that time. They went to Egypt. They went inside a pyramid, and he was able to summon that demon. And Ron L. Hubbard was a protege of Aleister Crowley. So anyway, so with the CERN particle collider, from what we're hearing from the sources, that they plan on that same day, April 8th, is when Aleister Crowley was summoned Iwas. He opened up that portal to summon Iwas, and they plan on opening the portal. And they're saying that there's going to be beings coming in and out of that portal, which is demons. And the demons, they could come in chariots as well, because demons, those are angels. Those are angels on the left-hand side, but they all, right-hand side, left-hand side, they all obey the Most High. That's what I believe. Isaiah, let me get that. Matter of fact, let me get that. Give me 1 second. See if I can find it. I think it's in Isaiah 45. Yep. I form the light and create darkness. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You can read Job, how the Lord was conversing, had a debate with Satan. They were having a gentleman debate. Hey, the Most High summoned all his sons, and Satan came also. The scriptures say Satan is the Most High son on the left-hand side. So they all do the bidding of the Most High, because in the Most High's realm there is order. The Most High is not the author of confusion. And even though there's confusion down here in Babylon and on this world as we know it, there's confusion. It's all what they call organized confusion. There's a rap group called Organized Confusion. It's all organized confusion because everything is happening according to the Most High's plan, right? When you read the book of Colossians, it says Yahushua formed all the powers and the principalities, whether they're visible or invisible. He said they were created by him and for him. So everything is going to the Most High's will. Romans with a 13th chapter, obey the powers that be. Why? Because the Most High set them up. So the point I'm proving is that everything going on right now on this earth, whether it's on the right-hand side or on the left-hand side, it's all ordained by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all according to his plan. Okay, so circling back around to examine, and basically I want to say, man, you brothers, myself included, double, triple, quadruple, be on your P's and Q's right now, and don't be sloppy. Don't get caught up in no dumb shit. You know, shouldn't be hearing about no brothers getting suspended or kicked out at these times, because look, we're at the end. You know, for you to get suspended or kicked out of GMS, you really gotta really do some ill, crazy shit, because we here at GMS, you know, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, we practice mercy. You know, yeah, the Most High Yahweh said that he doesn't prefer for any soul to die. You know, for any man to die. So we are very merciful, and basically that was Yahweh Shai's message when he came the first time. You know, Yahweh Shai's message was mercy, and he harped on it, on mercy, and he displayed mercy many times when you know, when Israelites should have received a judgment of death, or a lot of them that were sick and he healed. That was merciful. He told them, sin no more. Thy faith has made thee whole, sin no more. So he showed much mercy. So we practice that here at Great Millstone. So for you to get kicked out or suspended, that means you're being real sloppy, man. And now is not the time to be sloppy. And look, we still in this hell, and we still get caught up in our day-to-day bullshit, whether you're looking for a job, looking for someplace to stay. Yeah, that's all distractions, and is hell we got to go through, and it's understandable. You got to go through the shit, and you got to handle it, and it weighs you down. It's fucked up, you know. But just got to remember what you're into, and you got to remember to not let any of these things in the world to sidetrack you, and you got to remember there's brothers to lean on, and all that. You know, whatever you're going through, if you're in a Great Millstone, if you're catching hell, you don't have to catch hell alone. You know, we are one body, and when one body suffers, the rest of the body picks up the slack. That's how your body works. Why do you think you have two kidneys? If one kidney is failing, you got another kidney to pick up the slack until that kidney gets fixed. You take the herbs or whatever, and then the kidneys could balance each other out and work together again. Even your brain, you got a right hemisphere and a left hemisphere. Everything in your body, if one thing starts failing, another part of your body has to pick up the pace, you know, and has to work a little harder. You know, you brothers that are overweight, your heart has to work harder because you're overweight. You got all this work, you got all this, your blood and your members of your body still need circulation to it. So your heart is like, damn, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta work harder. You know? So that's how the brotherhood is. But you don't want to be the type that you're just a lazy fuck and you're basically being a burden to the brotherhood. You know? There's no time for that shit either, man. All of us as men got to pick up the slack and do what the fuck we got to do, you know, and don't purposely be a burden to brothers. If you're in some shit, you're in some shit, but don't be a lazy bum, and that's why you're in some shit, because you're a lazy bum or you're irresponsible. You're not responsible with your money. You're not responsible with your time. You're not responsible with your life. You're just not responsible, period. So now you're a burden on other brothers because you're not taking care of your shit. You know, and you could take that in the spiritual essence as well. That goes spiritually as well. You got to hold yourself up, you know, going to the camp, being at the camp, you know, supporting the speakings, meaning you in there, you bringing out scriptures, you got something to say, you know. I notice a lot of times that when brothers come around, you might be in a camp and a brother might come around, even an elder might come around, like the camp, the front line of the camp, it dwindles. You know, it might have been like 6 brothers. Let's say 2 brothers show up and they start speaking, and the other brothers, 2 or 3 brothers might be like, all right, cool. Now I can take the rest of the night off. Nah, man. You know? Because look, a lot of times when a brother first rolls up, he's trying to get in a double dutch. He's trying to get his spirit warms up. So you said something that sparked him off, and you know there might have been one or two readers up or speakers up there or readers, and you know the brother comes up, he's catching the spirit, and then you're like, okay, he's up there. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just go do whatever. Like you don't even like you turn around like, yo, where the fuck they at? You know what I'm saying? And you went up there so you could flow it, so you could double dutch with them, so you could flow with them. You know? So we just gotta be in this to be in this. And yeah, man, you brothers gotta take care of your business, bro, and it's truth. Take care of your business. You know, you shouldn't be doing no sloppy shit at this time. Shouldn't be no grudges against brothers at this time. Like, if you in GMS and you still holding grudges and shit like that, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Acting like a fucking broad. You know what I'm saying? Acting like a fucking broad. And you know what, brothers like that, those are the ones that be having problems with their women at home. Because you're a fucking broad. You know what I'm saying? You're a broad. That means you can't control your emotions. If you lose it on the brothers, imagine how you lose it on your woman. And you wonder why, like, your woman got beef with you, or you're losing woman after woman. I'm not making excuses for the women, but sometimes it's brothers. Sometimes they ain't doing what they got to do. If you're a lazy fuck, scriptures tell you that. If you lazy, if you're undisciplined, you're putting a lot of burden on the woman. So she's gonna be unhappy with you. She's gonna start some shit with you. She might leave you or whatever. Sometimes it's the brothers. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, it's the brothers. Or brothers are emotional. You know what I'm saying? And they're not handling business like a man at home. Just calling it how it is, bro. So, yeah, at this time, examine yourself constantly. Examine yourself. At this point in the game, like, look, at this point in the game, brothers is just, if you notice, man, brothers is not, you know, you don't see a lot of videos within GMS online of brothers getting cursed out or kicked out or whatever. You know, right now a lot of I notice a lot of bishops, elders in the truth, apostles, they kind of chilled out as far as like cursing brothers out, cause we had to last stretch, man. We don't have time to turn our heads and see who the fuck's doing what. We moving. We are moving. That's where we at in this race right now. We are moving. And if you get left behind, then you get left behind. You ever watched them what do you call them, triathlon? Or them races with them bikes, and it might be like 4 or 5, 6 dudes, you know, biking. And then you know, you watch it on the video, one dude crashes. He falls, he crashes or whatever. Maybe he didn't tune up his bike properly, or he slips on the pedal while he's going, and he just fucking crashes. And then it's like a pile up. 6 other dudes just fucking crash. They start flipping over each other and shit like that. And the dudes in the front, if they look back to see what the fuck is going on, guess what? They're gonna lose sight. They're gonna lose focus. They're gonna start wobbling. They're gonna lose some speed. That may cost them the race. So that's pretty much the point where we're at right now in this race to the kingdom of heaven, and its truth. You know, so just because you think you're getting away with shit, or you're not on your grind, on your shit, man, we're at the point right now. The scriptures say that you're under tutors until the time appointed. We're at the point right now, unless you just came in this morning, this week, yesterday, you just it's on you right now. It's on you to do what the fuck you gotta do. So you gotta constantly examine yourself, you know? And I wanted to say something about the women as well, because look, the Lord's about to bring some shit. And you're gonna see the Lord's about to bring some shit, all right? It's gonna be ugly out here. A lot of Israelite camps gonna get caught up. My last video, you know, I mentioned how the blind is leading the blind, and if you caught up in a camp, where you're just being led by a blind man. And well, the spirit just didn't want you to wake up. You know, the book of Isaiah, there's two scriptures, 29 and 10, and Isaiah 69, 6 and 9, where the Lord speaks about how he closed her eyes, made her ears heavy, so that they may not be, so that they are not healed and wake up. You know, so that's a lot of brothers out there, and more so the sisters. A lot of sisters out there not gonna make it, man. A lot of sisters are gonna be straight up casualties. I'm talking about in Israel, especially y'all that talk shit. You know, a lot of you sisters out there. You know, there's this show, right? Because a lot of sisters, they look at the wrong fucking thing. So I'm thinking about Nate. A lot of them, you know, Nate. He wears them Superman outfits and all that, and he's running down the aisle, and the women are like, "You over there with your man? What are you doing screaming for Nate?" And how do you feel comfortable having all these men's wives screaming like you some type of superstar? Like, how do you go to sleep at night? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Yeah, man, but you know, a lot of women, they after the status and how you look. You know, now this guy, I don't know his name, is from that camp, the big grimace looking guy, who the spread, you know, got the swine. Wait till they see the spread on the Passover. That dude, right, with the crazy looking teeth. It look like serrated shark fangs and shit. You know, I mean, you could tell that dude eats pork. You look at his teeth, look at his mouth, his face. Like he looked like he be getting down on some pork. He looks like he damn near looked like a piece of swine. Like him and TD Jakes, they could have a contest and it'd be a close match. You know, but he did a lesson or speaking or whatever, a video. And in the video, there were some women from Sakari getting at him, talking about, yeah, you know, the deacon, whatever his name is, not deacon, whatever his name is, the one that raps. I forgot his name. I almost said Deacon Assad, but that's not his name. Whatever his name is, no disrespect. I just don't remember your name. But that guy, and they were talking about, oh, the deacon and Gorilla Hebrew, they dress better than you, and he talking about, oh, the deacon is handsome and he got swag. So, you know, women, that's the shit they look at. Like, these women are all fucked up in the head. They look at the wrong shit, you know? And it reminds me of that show that they got on YouTube now that the black woman started, that sister started, where they pop the balloon. If they see a nigga they don't like, they'll pop the balloon. I don't know what the show is called, but if you listen to the reasons the women pop the balloon, it's like, yo, these bitches are ass backwards. You know, like this nigga could be, you know, like Jake dress how they dress all types of ways, especially when they're not working. They like to let loose and just dress casual, put on some sneakers or whatever. Jake got different tastes, you know what I'm saying? Different walks of life, they dress different. Not every Jake dresses like Nipsey Hussle or whatever, like a nigga that came out the hood or just came off the corner selling crack. So these women all diss these dudes. Some of them are lawyers, some are therapists, some are doctors, but they'll come on there and diss them. These low class women, right, will diss these dudes because, oh, I don't like your hair, I don't like your haircut, I don't like your shoes, I don't like your swag, and they'll diss these niggas off of that. So these women are just ass backwards, right? So my whole point is, man, is like you got a lot of women that come on our platforms, you know, on different Israelite platforms and talk shit because the Israelite camp that they follow, the dude dresses better, or he got a rap song that they like. So they gonna go on another, not knowing anything about or giving two shits about the truth. Really, is just like, oh, well, he dresses better than you, or you just mad because he got better sneakers, or he got better swag. What the fuck swag got to do with anything in this truth? So my point is, a lot of these women, they just going to straight up, they going to be, the most high, they going to be casualties. The majority of women are going to be casualties. Okay? So I don't really have much more to say, but I'm going to bring the scripture out for the brethren. 2 Corinthians 3:13-5. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves, right? So again, like no one is supposed to have to get on you. And you know what? As we get closer to the end, there's going to be less and less time to just be getting on cats, because look, basically, if the Most High is going to deal with you, you know, we always say that the Most High is going to start dealing with cats. You know what I mean? So prove your own selves, meaning examine yourselves. You gotta break yourself. You know, there's a term that they got out there in the West Coast. Break yourself, fool. Break yourself. Let me see if I can find the meaning of that, because that's basically what it means. It means you gotta outdo yourself. You gotta find your weakness and break it. But when, here, let me see if I could. There you go. Break yourself. Warning someone to run or submit to power, usually followed by the busting the caps. Yeah. Break yourself. But what it really means is, the scripture talk about breaking up your fallow ground. It means, just like when you're in the gym. When you're in the gym, what you're literally doing is you're breaking yourself, right? You're breaking your muscles down. You're trying to go past this peak to reach a new height. It hurts. It's painful. You know, you got to push extra. You got to put that extra strength into it, you know, to break that plateau. Sometimes you hit a plateau and you got to go harder. Something's off. Sometimes you got to figure out. And sometimes it's a bitch to figure out, yo, why the fuck can I get past this PR? Why I could bench 320 or whatever. Why can't I get to 325, right? And sometimes you got to sit down and figure this shit out. Like, damn. And sometimes it's you're not eating enough. Sometimes you're not getting enough rest. You're not getting enough sleep. Sometimes it's just because you're not pushing yourself in the gym. You go there with a spotter. Yeah, come on. You know, dude is pumping you up. Come on, move that shit, man. You got it. You got it. Push. And boom, you broke yourself and you made it to the next level. So that's what break yourselves mean, right? But the scriptures say, prove your own selves. It's the same thing. You know, what does prove mean? Let's look it up. Prove. Demonstrate the truth or existence of something by evidence or argument, right? Demonstrate to the specified thing by evidence or argument. Let's hear more definition. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Demonstrate one's abilities or courage. So when you have a sword, the way you prove it is, or a new knife or an axe. If you got a new gun, how do you prove it? You go to the shooting range and you bust it. You know, like, yo, this gun, I like this gun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's smooth. You know, there's not a lot of recoils, not a lot of kickback. You know, I like the way it feels. I like how I can look down the sights and I could get a good aim. So guess what? You just proved it. You just proved the gun. You know, you get a new knife or an axe. You go out, you get some wood and you chop it to make some firewood. And like, yo, this axe is sharp. It got a good weight to it. You know, it's sharp. So you proved the axe and you proved it to be good. So the scriptures say, prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves. You got to know yourself as well. You got to know your strength and your weakness. And you make your weaknesses your strength, your strengths. Know ye not yourselves how that Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates. So if you believe that Yahushua is working with you, then guess what? You could do whatever the fuck you put your mind to. Faith is the evidence of things hoped for but not seen. And Yahushua said, look, with faith you can move mountains. Faith of a mustard seed. So if you have faith in Yahweh Shai, if you really believe Yahweh Shai is working with you, because everything starts with faith, then guess what? You can prove yourself. Whatever you're weak in, you can become stronger in it. And the scriptures say pray, not wavering. In other words, don't be iffy about it, because if you're iffy about it, it means you ain't got faith. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit working within you. So anyway, with that, I think that's it, man. I'm going to say shalom. And all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakudash. Shalom.